Hi, Reverend Patrick Mahoney, M-A-H-O-N-E-Y. I'm director of the Christian Defense Coalition based in Washington, D.C. When this project began, our spiritual purpose was clear: to be a voice for Terri. We are Terri's voice. Right now, Terri is fighting for her life. For those supporting Michael Schivo, it's clear that Terri's fight contradicts everything they say. If Terri wanted the feeding tube to be removed, she would have expired 4, 5, 6 days. Randall and I were involved in leading efforts with Nancy Kruzan. She expired, I believe, after 6 days. But Terri is fighting. It is now day 10. 2 weeks ago, Terri Schivo, this hospice, received a subpoena for Terri Schivo to appear in Washington, D.C. before the United States House of Representatives tomorrow, March 28th. Terri has fought to be alive until tomorrow. We are going to Washington, D.C. to say to Speaker Hastert, enforce the order.
Yes, sir.
To Speaker Hastert, Terri has stayed alive. You issued a subpoena. It was clearly told that medically she could fly to Washington, D.C. You issued a subpoena for Terri Schivo to be in Washington, D.C. tomorrow, and we are going on behalf of Terri and demanding that they enforce their subpoenas.
Yeah.
Speaker Hastert, were you playing politics? This isn't a joke. This is a woman's life. She's starving to death. Were you trying to score points? Were you trying to score points with the religious right or conservatives? Speaker Hastert, enforce the order. Terri Schivo is fighting so she can appear. Enforce this order. We are going up tomorrow. We are calling supporters. All of this has emerged over the last couple of hours. And we are saying this is not an issue to play politics on. A woman is starving to death. A woman is being starved to death. She has already made it 10 days. Tomorrow will be 11. Enforce the subpoena. Bring Terri Schivo to Washington, D.C. as you asked to do. Please, we beg you, and we are going to plead for Terri to be her voice in Washington, D.C. March 28th, they asked Terri to be in Washington. I just want to say finally, I've been hearing all about if Governor Bush came in here, he would be violating Judge GREER's order and there would be a constitutional crisis and all of that. Judge GREER has violated the House subpoena.
That's right.
Judge GREER has not obeyed the subpoena. And so we are saying if the United States look, are you playing politics with Terri, or do you really believe that there are constitutional violations and you want to bring her up? If you're playing politics, then you're going to do what you've done, not enforce the order. But if you are really sincere, if you really meant it, if you really believed in it, then let's bring Terri. We're going, she can't go tomorrow. We will be there. We will go to Speaker Hastert's office. We will go to the White House. We will go to congressional leaders. I leave at 6 a.m. tomorrow. We have a news conference 12 noon in front of the White House, and then we're going right to the Speaker's office. And we're going to ask.
Subpoenaed, and she's now being put to a death sentence. To kill a witness is obstruction of justice.
That's right.
Congress has no choice but to enforce that subpoena and to hold Judge GREER in contempt of court.
Amen.
And the Department of Justice, the Bush administration, can actually begin a proceeding to hold the judge in contempt, as well as prosecute him for obstruction of justice. He stepped beyond his judicial mantle. He no longer has his immunity by virtue of the fact that he's now in contempt of a congressional subpoena, which can be enforced once Congress goes through the first steps through the Department of Justice. So this is super important, this trip to Washington. And this is not far-fetched. This is actually the law. A judge is committing obstruction of justice here in Florida.
When every time we hear people say that their hands are tied, there's nothing they can do, I would encourage everybody, go online, get up, crack open a book, read the Declaration, really believe that there is a crime being committed against this woman. They have a duty in the framework of the American ideal of justice. They have a duty to intervene on her behalf. And to not do so is to betray the very premise of this country. So Reverend Mahoney is going as an ambassador for Terri. The others that are going to be there, she was subpoenaed to be there tomorrow. And she...
Stop grabbing my hand. Stop it, lady.
Stand the red cap and get that lady. Stand the red cap and get that lady.
She's lying. She's grabbing my fingers and moving my fingers. You gotta pull my hands out. Hey.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming.
Stop it. I go to Iraq, I just stand here and my opinion.
You hit that lady in the
Give
head.
Terri her rights. Who cares who's fighting out here? Give Terri her rights.
I did not do that. What are you going to do?
Give that lady.
I mean, she'll have to put her hands on me. I know there was two.
You hit her. You hit her.
Easy. So there you have it. Land of the free. Thank you, folks. We'll keep you updated if there's any other news.
Then I must expose religion to ridicule and lead men to speak evil of the holy name by which I am called. Surely if I act thus innocently, I am a Judas, and it were better for me that I had never been born. Dare I hope that I
If you think that ain't going to come to America for long, you're crazy.
genocide.
Hey, keep it up, man. You're doing a good job.
Don't let nobody worry you, brother.
Keep it up, my chicken. I'll keep it up.
Nobody comes right. We're behind.
The lies we saw right through. Some of us knew all along. They want us to die too, but we're not dead yet.
That's right. You still got your water, ain't you?